So this is something like an 11 slide template. So this is what generally I need while creating or while evaluating your J component, right? So this is a short video on which we'll be taking a look at how to create the the presentation slides for your J component reviews. Like so, by now, like all of you have formulated the title. Like so, where you can replace in this project title. Say, let me type in air pollution, right? So this is environmental science J component review one. So instead of title, you replace it with your own title. Now, name, registration number, and school. So school is VIT School of Law. And then name. There are three members in a group. There are two members in a group, and there's only one member in a group. So depending upon that, you can put it like the first person, full name, registration number, or you can even put it in bracket also, registration number, comma. Then you can replicate the same if you have two persons in a group and the last person. Something like that. Okay, then you can put a school under the guidance, like you can type or I'll just type it for you. Course coordinator, beg your pardon, so COURSC, right? Then so you don't have to really worry about this. I've just given here. And then engineering, right? So this will be your first slide, right? I'll save this. And then in the next slide, we'll be talking about the introduction. Like you can give a brief outline of what your particular topic is all about. You don't have to really give a lot of paragraphs. Instead, you can go to few important highlights like this. I'll just tell you. So first thing is air pollution. Uh, Goddess things, something like that. You can give in different things like something like this, and you can give in bullet points, and you can and extrapolate this also, something like that, right? So I request you to give in bullet points. Do not copy paste a paragraph, so it'll be very difficult during the evaluation, right? So give that, and you can even highlight few important things in case you want to specify something like air pollution control, something like that. You can highlight that in bold, or you can even give enough spacings to give a clear overview. You don't have to fill pages for God's sake, but instead understand the significance of individual words in your particular PPT, because that add more value, right? So since you are just beginner, I'm just explaining you this. Generally, we don't do this for senior students, but then like since you have just started your academic career, so probably I just wanted to give you some insights on these things so that you don't make mistakes. And also, the reason why I give template is that like so that everybody will be on the same page, so the evaluation will be fairly the same, right? So instead of somebody have a very good design and somebody have very you know um, simpler design, and somebody will have not big much content, but then like their presentation looks very beautiful or something like that. So in order to avoid those biases, like I'm going to give you this particular kind of a template to work on, right? And then in the previous lecture, we talked about how to download different, resources, right? So different articles and something like that. So you can summarize that by providing this tabular column. you can give the number of the references. I generally take a maximum of 5, the best references you find, that some that summarizes your research or something like that, or that gives you more insight to your research or something like that, right? So you take 5. So here I've just given some example of my student's paper, and this is may not be relevant. This is just reference, like this is the title of the work, and then the authors, again details includes authors details as well as the the document, like it's a journal or article or even conference proceedings or even newspaper cutting. So here you will get the detail. If there isn't any author specifically for some columns, like especially the editorial columns or by special correspondent in a newspaper, you can mention the special correspondent. And very important is here, arrange them in chronological order. So this is a pretty recent paper, that's why I quoted here, right? So it is redundancy. We'll talk about redundancy a little later, but understand like redundancy means like you need to arrange them based on the chronological order. One example is like nobody can take a time machine to go back to the future. I mean the past, year to recreate the work done present. So that is not possible, right? So that is what we call redundancy. But you can always copy from the year forward. Like if you want to copy the current research, it's always possible because you'll publish in the future. So that's what, to avoid that, like we'll have redundancy, Sameta. So which means that you will be, quoting stuff which people have done earlier, and then like that gets summed up in the current year also. So that's why you present the first, this current year's paper, which always have got the content that is from the past, right? Something like that. So that redundancy we can avoid by providing in a chronological order. And then the inference, what you get out of this. So it's fine, it's already published, but what is your inference? Like what is your thought in here? So this is the most valuable piece of information in review of literature. Right? So selected review of literature. We're not presenting in all the reviews. We are not reviewing all the literature you have taken, but instead a few literatures that has much, importance or significance to the chosen topic. And then it's fine. You can put a summary of literature, but in anyway, like you'll be only providing 5 literatures. Maybe we can delete the slide. Then objective of your research, why you take your research, like what are the things that you will be achieving in your research. This I'll just give you a quick overview. So my thing is air pollution, right? So to understand the significance of indoor air quality, and then to understand the ill effects of air pollution, something like that. Why you take that, you can write in few steps, like few objectives. So if I take air pollution as a topic, my objective will be these two, like understand indoor air quality, then the demerits of air pollution or ill effects generally of air pollution and so on, right? Something. And then next one will be the scope, probably like which country data you have taken. Generally, we will be taking only Indian scenario, but if you are interested in taking other countries' data also, is fairly good, right? So you can define the scope. And absolutely, this is like people who consider other countries, data, doesn't mean that they fetch more marks. It's not like that. It's all about how you present your data, right? How do you present your topic more innovatively and more interestingly? And probably at the end of the thing, it should be useful for somebody in future, like you might give some recommendation, so it should not go waste, like your j component should not go waste. Instead it will be used for people or something, like it's a just recommendation, not necessarily for a whole mass but a few portion of people, or at least our own students like in the batch. So if some of you faces the same problem, then your recommendation could be more good or adding value to their crisis or something like that. So it's just like counteracting the imbalance or something like that. So you can provide recommendations on that. And methodology, when we talk about the results and discussions, methodology is how you take data like questionnaire survey, or you do bibliometric survey or something like that. So this is up to you. I'm not giving you stuff on this, because this is your creativity, where you can develop a lot of insights and something like that. And finally, the roadmap, which is like review one, what is the portion you have covered, and in review two, what are the things you're supposed to do. If you are in review one, you will be providing what are the things you have done for review one, and what are the things you propose for review two and review three, and something like that, future directions. And then the references, like you can use a format called APA, American Psychological Association format, for bibliography. This is just engineering Harvard style reference. Can don't have to really use that, but instead you can use APA format, or any format which is which is used for law studies or something like that. That format you can use. Law or something, right? So that you can make use of. So then that's it. Like then the thank you slide or something. So this will be probably useful for you while preparing your presentation. So that's how it was really, right?